Hello and welcome to another episode of the FPL Hangover Podcast, where we raise the bar and lower the tone, all things FPL related. We are coming to you on the 23rd of May. The season is almost finished, but Gameweek 37 hasn't fully finished yet. We're recording in between the Newcastle and Leicester match, which was last night, and we've still got the Man City, Brighton and United match to go. So not all said and done in Game Week 37, but we are almost finished the entire season. I can't believe it. Here to help me cross the finish line, my podcast partner in crime, Paddy. How are you getting on, my friend?
I'm getting on great, and it is brilliant to be back on the airwaves again after a week's absence because it was all your fault. But I hope you're feeling better because it probably wasn't your fault.
Well, I don't know. Dental care over the last 15 years, maybe the lack thereof, maybe it is my fault. But I had a toothache last week and still have a bloody toothache. So, if I come across a bit cranky in this, Petty, I apologise.
Yeah, don't tell me your sad stories. I have enough problems. Anyway, it's great to have the listeners back, and to the millions and millions watched on YouTube, hello. And I'm going to start this podcast off with a plug right away. You see this can of Guinness? No, because I am on the water this week.
Aqua.
I'm on the water because why, Ger Bear?
Because you're training, man. You're in the gym.
Yeah, I'm training for Game Week 39. It's when is it? June 3rd.
You're supposed to know all this fucking shit.
I know. June 3rd. It's for a very, very good cause for Street Child United. Tickets are on sale. Check out Benny Blanco or FPL Hints and check out the page itself at Game Week 39. If you can't come, donate, but please come. It's going to be a brilliant, brilliant occasion. You're going to get to watch the North hammer the South, which is going to be fantastic in its own right, and all proceeds are going to charity. We're going to have a great night out after it. It's going to be fucking amazing. So that's my little plug there now.
Yeah, no, that's good. I actually managed to whip it up on screen as well, like a fucking professional.
Oh, you're a fucking whiz, man.
Oh, Jesus. Where did it find me, eh? Where did it find me? But yeah, I'll also throw a link in the description stuff below, so follow what Paddy says. And it's always a nice way to end the season by giving back, Paddy. Isn't that what it's all about? Giving.
And the giver, not a taker.
Yeah, we've heard the rumors, but how has Game Week 27 gone for you?
I'll let you and the listeners and the millions of viewers decide that, right? Because I'm in a very positive mood today, Ger. So I'm on 40 points with a minus. Shut your fucking whole mouth. I'm on 40 points, right? But I made 2 transfers and a -4, and they're genius transfers. I got rid of Watkins. What did he do, Ger?
You only done missed a penalty.
Yep. Absolute genius. So I brought in Alvarez, who's got a double, and Alvarez was on 8 points already. And I got rid of Trippier, and I brought in Shaw. Yeah. And Shaw's got another game.
And they matched each other for points, and as you said, Shaw's got the extra game.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the highlights. Bruno Fernandes captain, which kind of sucked.
You know what, Paddy? No, I think you're being too harsh on yourself. I'm a Haaland captainer, and I will say I'm jealous. I didn't have the balls to go Bruno, even though it was quite obvious come the day that City were going to be starting their B squad, and I didn't have the cojones. I do think Haaland is going to get a few minutes against Brighton. I think he might start against Brighton. But no, Fernandes was a good fucking decision, and I won't have to put yourself
thank
down.
you. You know what? I agree, actually. And, you're right. Haaland will get a few minutes against Brighton. They have the League One, so they're not going to risk the guy. They just want to give him some minutes, don't they, each game now, because they've got 2 finals.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be what we're going to have to talk about during the show, in terms of what are we predicting for Game Week 38 in terms of lineups, where do we want to go, blah, blah, blah. But before we do, I'm not too dissimilar from yourself, Paddy. 35 points. I think the average is in and around 30, 35 this week. Anyway, that's what it seems to be. Okay. Yeah, I did, as I mentioned, went with Haaland cap. Got Isaac's fantastic 1-pointer last night with Trippier and Botman sitting on the bench.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, a bit irritating. Kepa started, which is surprising, but equally not surprising is the fact that they conceded. And he's sitting there with an extra fixture, but only the 2 points. So that's a bit of a nasty one. And then the Rashford dilemma. That's another sting that's left in the tail this week. Because a lot of people, like myself, and I think even yourself, you've Botman for a sub. A lot of people have one of their Newcastle assets for a sub with a tasty clean sheet. So if Rashford doesn't play against Chelsea, auto subs to the rescue. Yes. But I heard a rumour that he was back in training. So
Yeah, me too. I think if you're looking at nice juicy bench points, you may just forget about them.
yeah, I'm with you. But look, as long as we beat Chelsea on Thursday, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
a
way I'm
cup
looking
final
at
for
it.
us.
But then if we do that, it just adds another fucking pile of misery onto Game Week 38 in the sense that, how many teams left are actually going to have anything to play for? Have you cared to look at that, Paddy?
Well, I did care. I was thinking about that just before we went on air. I was saying to you, I'm going to sell Haaland for Game Week 38.
Mm.
You know, but in reality, I could be possibly selling one of my Manchester United assets. I've got 3 of them, and if they draw with Chelsea, that's their season done. They've qualified for the Champions League. I can't see them wanting to put out their best players against Fulham.
No,
Do you
not
know
the
what I
week
mean?
before the cup final.
No. So that is definitely something to think about. And all you smarty pantses out there that decided not to have a transfer this week and roll your transfer could well be laughing. So well done.
Yeah, I didn't make a transfer last week, so I'm one of those.
So you're one of those smarty pants.
Well, I don't know if I'd call myself a smarty pants. I did miss out on Alvarez's current 8-pointer, which could be more come the end of the week. But I think that's kind of going back to what we were saying previously in terms of what are City going to do. Like, they obviously have the league wrapped up since before this game week, which is, obviously why there was so much rotation. And then the question is, between the Brighton fixture and the fixture at the weekend, how much is Pep going to want to, rotate his squad versus keeping them kind of in rhythm, or whatever way they phrase it these days?
Yeah, well, in my opinion, right, Alvarez is going to be playing. He's safe as houses.
You think
Alvarez
so?
is going to be. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think he's going to get the minutes. I think Haaland will definitely get maybe half an hour each game. I think that's what he might get. You're going to see your Calvin Phillips and all your youngsters getting their runouts now. That's what's going to happen. I mean,
I think we're going to see a different lineup against Brighton on Wednesday than we did at the weekend. I think we're going to get to see basically probably close to what he's going to want to play in the finals, and his general starting lineup. Mm-hmm. That's going to include Haaland, KDB. Again, this is all speculation, but this is what I think we're going to see on Wednesday, and then we're going to see the same squad that lined up at the weekend out next weekend. Do you get me? So the B squad again. So you might be right. I think Alvarez mightn't play much against Brighton this week, but I would be very shocked if he didn't start against Brentford on the Sunday evening.
Oh, the Brentford game is the game I was talking about. That's just going to be going to be all the young lads and.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think the people who roll their transfers are necessarily smarty pants. I think that Alvarez move it paid off.
Yeah, but I mean, it's probably going to balance it all out. Come the Game Week 38, when you guys have your 2 free transfers and we're taking probably hits to get rid of a couple of fucking United boys, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. But we'll still be playing catch up. I mean, I know I'll probably if things go the way we're saying they will, I'll probably look to bring in Alvarez at the weekend. I've seen a lot of punts, a lot of teams. Like, we're just talking about teams that actually have something to play for now. Obviously, Man United could still, need a point come the weekend, but assuming they get something at Chelsea, and that's kind of worst case scenario for FPL managers in terms of, as you said, we all are going to have at least 2 Man United assets. Are they going to get any minutes? But a couple of teams that you can count on, I think Leicester, obviously the relegation lads. That's where we're kind of
that's where it's at. What are the Europa League places tied up yet?
Pretty much, yeah. Brighton's got their spot. I think it kind of depends on how Brighton get on against City. I know Brighton are still looking to push for Europa League and kind of not conference. I think that's what I saw De Zerbi saying after the match. But either way, the pressure's kind of off for them, and I think it's kind of, Liverpool are far enough away from the Champions League now that they're taking that Europa League spot as well. So yeah, it's pretty much done and dusted. There isn't a whole lot to play for this weekend. That's the frustrating part. They're like, it hasn't come down to the wire like it does in most seasons. But I'll be looking at punts from the likes of
Maddison.
Again, Maddison and Barnes both starting on the bench last night against Newcastle. Where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, if they're starting on the bench, they'll be starting Game Week 38.
I would imagine so too. Barnes 6.6 or something like that. I know Everton have everything to play for at home to Bournemouth, so they're definitely a team. I think if you were looking to take a cheeky punt on, there's some. I mean, they seem like as wild as fuck to take a punt on, because who knows, they could what they're gonna do, but they have something to play for. They need a win.
Yeah,
win
but I mean,
season sale.
you've only so many transfers to make, like, you know what I mean? Like, basically, you've one transfer to make, or two if you're a smarty pants. So, I mean, like, this is a real clusterfuck of a game week, especially for people trying. Many leagues are going to be won and lost. There's going to be tears and there's going to be blood in game week 38.
Well, there always is. There always is. But I mean, I don't know if. Like, I guess that's what we're trying to figure out is like where can that mini league win come from? Like in years gone by, you've had, I think Mane was an obvious differential one season. I know I've heard Giroud. There was kind of things that presented themselves, and so far, it's kind of all going to come down to leaked lineups, isn't it?
Yeah, we're going to have to be just like super tuned in, glued to all these in the no wankers.
Yeah, which makes for a horrible podcast, because it's like saying, "Hey guys, everything we're saying is essentially, dependent on what happens come fucking half 2,
10 minutes before the fucking kick, or before the deadline." Yeah. And another thing is, they need to fucking, speaking about in the nose and all that. Do you think that next season they should pull the fucking deadline, that right up to when you can make transfers, just to eliminate all that shit?
Yeah.
Like, there's people that play this game all over the world. Like, there's American guys that have to wake up 2 o'clock in the morning. And I know you might be thinking, who the fuck would do that? But, I mean, when you're taking the game serious and you're in a few mini leagues and the bragging rights and a few pound.
When you eat, breathe, and sleep FPL.
Like we do.
Yeah. Not like those casuals.
Not like those casual fuckers that fucking, that start... Oh Jesus! I don't want to get into it. We're
already breaking into all of our preseason talking points.
Yeah. Anyway, well, that'll be for the first fucking.
Yeah, I saw someone commenting this, because that always pops its head up on the social media, and I saw someone reference like, "Oh, why would you want FPL to be like other fantasy games? Isn't that what makes it great?" And I was just like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Why is it a bad thing to learn from your peers or whatever way you want to look at it?" But I'm like, that's one of the advantages of the other games, is that they have their shit kind of more set out. And I feel like the fact that FPL moved it, like, this is the first season with like 90 minutes ahead of
they made their big change. Like, was that
this year, or was that last year? I can't remember.
I think it was this year. Yeah, it was this year.
Yeah, well, either way, it was like where the fuck's that? What's that arbitrary bullshit coming from?
Yeah, and come here, I'm not asking for a lot of changes, but like, what? Let me just go one more, right? Like, the one I've just said there, that's common sense. Just bring the fucking deadline up to like the Champions League game, and make the CDMs, make them do something. I mean, give them a purpose. I mean, otherwise just leave them out of the fucking game. Like, come here, what price was Casemiro or something, like 6.5 or something like that? For a defensive midfielder, like, what? No one's gonna have him. I'd say his ownership is like. Yeah. And there's loads of other defensive midfielders. They need to just give us...
See, that's a different kind of change, and that's something I don't know if I disagree with you. I mean, obviously, as I said, there is other games that do kind of operate in that level, but I think FPL has always pushed itself into the kind of slightly more accessible category, Yeah. But it does rule out a load of players, and maybe you should look at that. But I think that's a little less frustrating because that's something we've always been used to. Like,
I know, but I mean, it just makes players... They're worthless.
Yeah.
There's no point in having them in the game. And if they are going to have them in the game, make them fucking as cheap as you can, like 4.5. Make all the CDMs 4.5, and then you might have one in, and
you might take a chance. You're like,
it's an enabler or start them. They do pop up with the odd goal, but there's no point in having them at fucking 6.5 or 6 million for a defensive a guy. You have probably Casemiro 6.5 and Sancho 6.5. Fair enough, Sancho's been shite, but like Sancho, you're like, are you ever going to pick Casemiro over Sancho when Sancho's going to get further up the pitch?
Yeah,
it's just I'm just ranting now. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's good to get it all off your chest. It's been a stressful season, Paddy.
Yes.
You're up in the heady heights of, top 150k.
Yeah, I know. I'm sick. I mean, like at one stage, I was about to order a fucking top 10k mug or something. Like,
A poker chip.
yeah, I thought I was going there. I thought I was going to be like a top 10k manager. I was at 50k. That's the highest I got this season, and I was like, oh, this is it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you can still count the season unless you somehow absolutely
Shit the nest.
I don't even know if that's possible, but yeah, I think no matter what, the season's been pretty successful, Paddy. And
I'm at 150k right now, right?
yeah,
And I would be happy for one more green arrow. I don't think I'll get top 100k, but I will be happy with one more green arrow. If I get a red arrow,
why one more green arrow?
I just want a green arrow because I want, why not?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, why not every week? Isn't that what you want every week?
Yeah, but this is the last week. I want to finish on a high.
Okay.
I don't want to fucking be looking at a red arrow or 150k. I'm going to drop down to maybe 200.
Oof.
I want to stay. I want to be under 150k now.
Yeah, I get it. You've
150k is the new top 10k. Like,
you've got a taste for success. You like the high life now.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, you're such a.
Yeah, so that's another thing off the chest. Thank God. This water's amazing. By the way, can I just tell you about this? Right?
Yes.
This is not an ad. This is just water.
Yeah.
And this is air.
Okay.
This little thing here, right?
Yeah.
And you put that in there, right?
Yeah.
And when you drink the water, it smells like peach. So it tastes like peach.
Okay. Paddy, can I just show you this?
What? Oh my God, that looks like the same thing.
It is the same fucking thing. It's actually the fancier version of yours.
Yeah, that is the fancier version. Is that Air Up?
This is Air Up, motherfucker.
Oh, this is Air Up.
Yeah. Not sponsored. That's what we need to do. We need to go to Healthy Life.
What flavour is that?
This is lemon. I like lemon.
Oh yeah, I have lemon and cola and something else, and lime.
Oh my God. Did we just bond?
Did we just become best friends?
Yeah. Oh my God. That is crazy.
That is...
I'm a little ashamed of telling people that I drink this, but yeah, now I feel proud of it. That is it. I was looking at that for the last hour on the screen, and I thought that looks very familiar. It was like, is that the thing?
I mean, like, you've went and bought the fancier one though.
I got it as a birthday
I would be
present.
embarrassed.
I would never have bought it. I got it as a
like
birthday present.
that one there is like 60 quid.
That was, yeah, as I said, a birthday
You've
present.
got like a 60 quid water bottle.
What have you got? How much is yours? Did you get it for free because someone paid you to fucking
I got it on
get your dick out or something? Yeah, on the gram. I knew it. Did you actually get that as a sponsor?
No, did I fuck?
Yeah. You probably did. Got a box of them.
But yeah, it's
Donegal Del Boy over here.
Follow my Instagram.
Yeah.
For more tips.
There's a link in the description if you want to buy one of these. But
bottles. Yeah, they are good, aren't they?
I like them. I like the fact that my water bottle costs 60 quid and I'm walking around. And
that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's cool. I like the fact that it's water and it doesn't taste like shit. There's the ad. That's the ad for it.
Are you one of those guys that doesn't like water?
I don't like water. Who the fuck likes water? Sure, it's just bland, tasteless shit.
I don't like water. I'm the same.
Nobody likes water.
That was why I bought it. I was like, if this can get me to drink more water, then it's doing the service for the world.
And you know what I mean? And we need water to survive, so, it makes sense.
And if it's good enough for Cristiano Ronaldo, it's good enough for me.
Does he have one?
No, he doesn't. But he drinks water.
Oh, yeah, same.
Agua.
Yeah, I like that.
Right.
Yeah, so you know what?
That was a shocking twist. I'm actually reading from that now.
That's the kind of stuff our viewers and listeners get. Like, can you imagine listening to that? The excitement they would be having driving in their cars or sitting.
They're probably Googling.
They're probably wanking.
Well, that's a given. That's a given.
Yeah, it's a given.
Yeah. Speaking of wanking, what is the plan for the captaincy this week? I bet you haven't even looked at it.
Yeah. No, I haven't. It's on Fernandes at the moment because that's who it's on. But
assuming United get a point at Chelsea, what do you do?
Fuck. This is fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I reckon we just close the podcast.
Just end it off now. Cut it now.
Yeah. Right. So let's have a look. God. Do you know what? It's a very difficult decision. Do we go Salah against Southampton and hope Salah decides to go fucking bananas?
Mightn't be a terrible shout, especially if
one last dance.
But then again, isn't that just if United don't get something at Chelsea and they do have to give Liverpool a sniff of a Champions League spot?
Yeah, that's another one.
Do you know? So if United clinch that up, I mean, it's still not a terrible shout, but it's away from home, and I don't know. What about Arsenal against Wolves?
I don't know. Do you think?
Arsenal's last match of the season in front of their fans.
Yeah, they might decide to put on display, you know,
Yeah.
or
I mean, they should be proud of themselves in terms of how they got on this season. They had a great year, so they'll be desperate, I think, to end on a high, as you said, Paddy. They don't want to be kind of red arrow going into the season.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, they'll definitely want to go out on a high note. So yeah, maybe Saka might be wanting to be celebrating his new 100. What is it? 300,000 a week contract or something. He's getting something silly.
Did he get a mad pay bump? Did he?
Yeah, he got a big one. Actually, just to hold the line, I'll just tell you because it was there was a good discussion in my wee chat group about it, and here we go. Oh, wrong WhatsApp group.
Dick pics.
Yeah, dick pics. Fuck them dick pics. Let's see. You can just chat away there for a minute.
Yeah, I'll just completely vamp on air.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a 2-person show and you're going completely off topic after we just spent 10 minutes talking about a fucking water bottle. But
oh, there we go. Yeah, so he has he's on 15 million per season. So yeah, 300k a week.
Is that the new thing now that they just give us the whole total
21-year-old.
Yeah. I mean, like, I thought Arsenal were all about the wage structure.
Me too. Now, here, can I ask you a question, right?
What
are they going to do when Odegaard comes to get a new contract or when Martinelli goes to get a new contract? You know what I mean? Surely they deserve 300k a week too, yeah?
Yeah, well, the way I'd look at it is I'm sure they've thought ahead and they've know that that's going to happen. And they're probably willing to give them all in and around the same few bob, I'd say. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, it filters on down the line too, because Ramsdale's going to want at least 150. Anyway, that's the way it's going to go.
Yeah, well, that is football, Paddy. That is football. All I'm seeing at the moment is just I feel like it's going to be an incredibly frustrating transfer window for United fans. All I'm seeing is every fucking day this guy, rumors. Today it's all Neymar to United.
That's not going to happen. Ten Hag's just got rid of a joker. We don't want any sister shaggers in our team anyway, and that will never happen.
Yeah, Mark Penny's
and if
words.
it does happen, I will be getting Neymar in the back of my United shirt.
You're damn right.
Damn Skippy. But do you know what as well? I see that we have actually signed that centre back from they're saying it's as good as done, that Napoli centre back Kim Yan-Yi or something.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that.
So they butcher his name. But yeah, that seems to be going to be our first, maybe.
I need to see a few highlight reels and then I can act like I've been watching him his whole career.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. I actually had him in FIFA. He was amazing.
Yeah. Same.
You've avoided a question. Who are you going to captain this week, Paddy? You have to be planning.
Yeah.
Always be planning.
Right.
ABP.
At the moment, I'm not even joking. I'm probably on Salah.
Interesting. I mean, you showed some cojones. What about Alvarez? Why not Alvarez?
Because we don't know. Like, I was all for it there that he might be starting, but then you went and fucking rocked the boat when you started fucking saying
I think he will start at the weekend, Alvarez.
Well, then Alvarez is another captaincy candidate.
Yeah, everything's just going to become back down to we'll just have to wait for team leaks, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's, if United need points, it's on a United player. It's on Rashford or it's on Fernandes. I'll probably go Fernandes because I'm fucking swinging here, for a top 100k. If United get through, which will be great as well, I will probably go Salah. I think Salah will be, he'd be a good candidate. And Alvarez be a good candidate. What about you? You're like, what's your rank at the moment?
3k or something like that. 3.3k.
3k. Wow. What does a 3k manager? Enough about me. What is a fucking 3k manager thinking at the moment? Like,
I have no idea. I think.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that's why I'm giving you such a hard time, is because I don't have a fucking clue myself. I'm gonna have to just wait, and it'll ruin my whole weekend thinking about it. Actually, no, I take it back. It won't ruin my whole weekend because we've got something very important on Friday night.
Oh yeah,
did we decide it was Friday? We did, didn't we?
We're doing it Friday no matter what. Could be late, could be whatever, but it's happening Friday.
This Friday, FPL Hangover Awards Volume 3.
Yeah.
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
The trilogy.
Return of the Bling.
Yeah.
It's happening. Live stream. I think this is going to be the first live stream we've done this season. Do you know that, Paddy?
That hurts me.
Well, look, We can't
should
do
have
live.
been more.
No, well, you can't have it all. You can't do podcasts and live streams. But I agree, there should have been more. But that's something we can look to, change next year. But
our sponsors will want that.
Why will they want it?
They just will.
I think live streams is more likely of us fucking getting them, in bad, cancelled. Than it is like so we can edit this shit out. But anyway, yes, FPL Hangover Awards this Friday, coming the 6th of May, the 26th of May. I think we're going to look to get online at 9:30. Keep an eye on the social media, Twitter page. I'll be throwing out polls this week. We're going to have the usual goalkeeper, defender, midfielder of the year, villain of the year, FPL flop of the year, one for next year, the usual budget enablers, a couple of, jokey ones. We're going to have some guests reading out videos like we do every year, so stay tuned to see who's going to pop up. And if you can join us on Friday, that would be savage.
So basically what this is, right?
Yeah.
This is the Oscars of the FPL community. This is what it is. Only bigger than the Oscars.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger.
So what we do is we think of all the fucking crazy shit that happened throughout the season, and we have a proper award ceremony with special celebrity FPL expert wanker guests telling us who the winners of each category. And the categories are amazing. They are, Ger. And fair play to Ger for dreaming this all up and making it come to life.
Thanks, Paddy. I couldn't do it without your support.
Yeah. Also true.
Yes. But so there you go. That's it. That's it. I guess before we start wrapping things up, Paddy, because we'll keep it short this week, we just want to check in. We don't usually do this midweek or mid-game week because, not all is said and done. But considering it is the last regular episode of the season, and we obviously will announce the winner of the FPL Hangover mini league, once the thing is said and done, like this isn't an official celebration or anything, but there has been a change at the top of the mini league, so we are going to draw a reference to a last minute change. Craig Raynor, Shopska Sala, has lost his grip on the top of the FPL Hangover mini league, going in to game week 38 by Richard Wehinger Kraft, a man who has been up and around and top of the league at some stage this season.
What a powerful surname too.
Oh yeah,
Richard Wehinger Kraft
probably makes airplanes.
Yeah,
but yeah, basically, Craig, who was on to us last week, giving it all this, talking about how he would rip the flask, the champion's flask, from my cold dead hands.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Richard Wenger, Kraftwerk, comes right up out of nowhere. Boom. So twist. I just wanted to tell you that, Paddy, because I know you usually do the mini league.
Yeah, no, this is amazing. Wow. So it's all to play for going into the final week.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I've given it up. I've given up the ghost. 26 points off the top, in third place. I don't think I can nick it off either of these two guys. But yeah, I just like when it just takes a twist like that, Paddy. That's all I'm saying. So, I just wanted to shout out the two guys because we won't really be touching on it, before the season's over.
Well done, guys. If you're listening, of course you're listening. Everyone listens. And another thing, just about the award ceremony being live, that you guys can use are part of the show because you'll be typing in, chatting to us, having questions, interacting, things like that. So that's fun as well.
Yeah, it's good to keep Paddy on his toes. Keep him in check. Make sure he's on top of the stuff. So yeah, but yeah, either way, keep an eye on the social media. You'll find out more of the details there. Paddy, where can everyone find you?
You can get me at FPL Viking _ on Twitter, and you can get me at the Viking Dippers on Instagram. And please give that Instagram account a follow because I do lots of nice charity work on there, and the more people I have on that page, the further I can push.
You're gonna get.
Yeah, and the more free air up bottles I can get, and the more I can push out the charities as well. So thank you very much.
Yeah. And again, speaking of charities, as I said, Gameweek 39 link is in the description.
Yeah.
Go and show a bit of support, even if it's just a tweet or a share of the stuff. If that's all you can manage, as I said, that's perfect. But yeah, enjoy Game Week 38. We will see you before it kicks off. We'll see you on Friday evening. But if you don't make it for the show, enjoy Game Week 38. Thanks for checking us out this season.
If you don't make it on Friday, don't come back.
Okay, well, the gauntlet's been thrown down. It's harsh but fair. You know?
All right, so I'll follow up as well. Like the podcast, share the podcast, rate the podcast, and I can't stress enough, like the fucking podcast. Thank you very much.
And most
the last
importantly,
podcast.
It is, well, yeah, it pretty much is. It's kind of come out of nowhere, you know. I blame the two-deck. But we'll be back on Friday, and we'll be thrown out in all the usual spots. So you'll hear from us again. Don't miss us too much. We'll talk to you soon. Enjoy Game Week 38, and God bless.